I've known John since I was a small child. He was in the youth group with my brother, and he was actually sent to our home with a message from the priest. And being the very obedient boy that I was, my mother had said to me, "Don't let a stranger in the house." So when he knocked at the door, I said yes, and he gave me the message that he had to speak to my mother. So I slammed the door in his face and said, "Mum, there's somebody to talk to you." And I was all of 8 at the time. And then 10 years later, we met. John was going to see Easy Rider, and I was leaving the theatre from seeing an equally butch movie, Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid. And our eyes crossed, paths met, and I made him wait a whole of 8 days, so it was a long engagement. And then we got together at a friend's place.
And ever since?
Ever since then, we've been together.
And you haven't killed each other?
No, we're still here. Well, I am one of the 6 or 7 people who actually was involved in the formation of QHAC. I started, I was on the committee of the first 2 Queensland AIDS committees. They wouldn't even allow us to call it a council in those days because that was too formal. So I was around in the very early stages, and I've been a supporter ever since. Very proud to see the way that it has grown. It's become a wonderful organisation from a group of people who were very, very amateurish but doing a lot of hard, caring work to this very professional organisation that it is today. And the services that it offers to our community are exceptional and much needed in our community. Well, certainly a lot of organisations won't be able to meet as regularly. I believe that if there isn't proper education aimed towards our community in language that our community will understand, that there will be an increase in the incidence of HIV. I know that there's been a huge amount of education, but there still needs to be ongoing education aimed, targeted at specific groups, and our group is one group that needs specific education. We need to be able to say things about sex in terms that we will understand. Certainly will if it affects their children.
Yeah.
And it's going to affect their children. They will see, I think, that when the funding goes, that their children will become more vulnerable and will need to be going to services that aren't directed to them, so they're not getting the benefit that they could get from them if it was continued with healthy communities. I'd say this is basically about human rights. It's about equality, and if you truly believe in an equal society, you will agree that the funding should be reinstated. If you don't believe in equality, just let it go the way it's going.
And I would ask them if they had or knew any gay person, be it friends, relatives, whatever. And I haven't yet come across anyone that doesn't have a gay connection somewhere. And then I will point out to them that as it will affect your gay friend or connection, then that in turn can affect you.
Well, you know, rallies, and I think that maybe we need to borrow a leaf from the Christian fundamentalists and actually organise the way that they do. That they actually have letter writing groups. They have campaigns where every single person in their group writes letters, sends emails, sends texts, makes phone calls. But they don't stop there. They then make all their family do it, all their friends do it, everybody in their church. So we need to really unite as one gay, solid mass and do things like that. We need to take a leaf from their book and just become much more active. Don't say because it doesn't affect me that I'm not going to do anything about it. We need to actually get out there and do stuff.
Something desperately needs to be done about it.
It matters to us.